Hey you guys, welcome back. Good morning, good morning. I wanted to come in and share with you guys a session I had last night. And remember, I tell you guys that I always want to be transparent with you guys. I always want to be honest. Okay. And whenever I have an opportunity to push out hope, to push out um, any form of deliverance, that's what I want to do. Okay. Because I know that one situation is not happening for one person. Okay, we are all human and we are all subject to the trials and tribulations of life. We all go through the same thing. Okay, we're all walking in the same flesh. Okay, so the law applies to all of us. But in this session last night, it was about and excuse the noise in the background if you hear it. That's my fan. So just bear with me. But in the session last night, it was a conversation I had with a man who had just filed for divorce. And he needs so much guidance and so much support that he doesn't or didn't realize until I told him. So he just filed for divorce, about 48 hours prior to me speaking to him. And, he went into how he's hurting and he's going through, uh, a lot of different things. But his friends have pushed him into the world to cope with, what's going on. So he's in the clubs already. He's drinking, he's the Jezebels are showing up, and I had a real conversation with him. Because one thing I know about the Father is he's honest and he's truth and he's faithful. So when I see a person and we're talking and we're having a conversation, I'm speaking to where the person is. And I'm being real with them. I'm being honest. I'm being 100 with them. Okay. So he's telling me the dynamic of his marriage. He's telling me why he filed for divorce. And he's telling me how he has decided to cope with all of that. And what he's planning on deciding in the near future, which is, sleeping with this woman, sleeping with that woman. So I told him, and I was very, very honest with him. And I said, you can do one of two things, okay? Because I don't believe in wasting time. All right. So, and I know you guys, have heard this way of doing things, but you're either going to be good or you're going to be good at it. But when I spoke to him, I didn't speak to the weakness. I was speaking to the man. I was speaking to the strength. Because if I feed his weakness, he's going to think it's okay to be weak. It's okay to hurt. You need healing and all that. But I didn't want him to get stuck in that place and just become comfortable with walking with his head down, because I don't want that for him. I don't want him as a man walking around in weakness. So I told him, first of all, I told him two things. You don't need to be having sex with anybody. You need to heal. You need a lot of healing, okay? And so we went in that direction, and he was okay with that, but he kept going into all the women that he's noticing, and he was in the flesh, mentally he was focused on his flesh. So I told him, if you're gonna be good at it, if you're not ready to walk in the spirit, then if you're gonna walk in the world, at least use some type of logic, operate in some type of control, because walking in the world, it is so easy to get lost. And the more we spoke about walking in the world, I was still pushing, you need to do what's right. He wasn't ready to hear it because he's in a lot of pain, and he's trying to figure out how to make that pain go away. And I helped him understand the pain is not going to go away without you doing the work. You got to accept the pain, do the work, and give yourself time. You got to be patient with yourself. It ain't going to just, clear up overnight just because you don't feel like hurting. Okay? So it's so many people that they think that just because they're going through a hard time, that gives them a right to step into the world and just move without caution. And that's not the focus. That's not what needs to be done. And I told him, I said, he was married for 20 years. And I said, you were faithful to the same woman for 20 years. And you mean to tell me with those same characteristics that you upheld for 20 years, that same dedication, that same integrity, that just because that chapter has seemingly ended, that you're going to forget who you are and go walking in the world like a man with no discretion about himself? And he's like, yeah, you're right. It just hurts like hell. Okay. I understand that. I get that. Things hurt. It's gonna hurt. But don't let the pain separate you from who you are, or distract you from who you are, or change who you are. You're an honorable man. You're an honorable woman. You're an honorable person. Deal with the hurt, cope. But don't think that falling in the sin is going to help you cope, because all that does is add fire to the flame. Or, it just makes things worse. And He's trying to make himself feel better. He's not understanding he's not understanding. He couldn't see that you're broken inside. You need to heal. You need to heal. Point blank, period. Sleeping with whatever woman that you choose is not going to help the situation. And he said, well, you know what? You know, I feel like I deserve, you know, to go out and do what I want to do. You know, I was honorable in my marriage. And I'm like, you make it sound like it was a job. You make it sound like who you were in that marriage was a job description. And he's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, I understand that's not what you're saying, but that's how you're making it sound. That's how you're describing it. I fulfilled my job requirements. And now you're ready to go out into the world and just sleep with it, whatever, with anything walking. So I said, since you've chosen the world, at least protect yourself. I said, listen to what you're saying. You're willing to not only sleep with anything walking, but you don't even want to wrap it up. So now you've come out of concern with your own health. Do you see this? How broken you are. You're not even logical with your decision making. You're losing control rapidly. So, and I'm only sharing this, you know, I only shared it like this because I'm a realist. Okay, I understand people and I understand how they respond to things. I did the same thing. But if you're not gonna be good, at least be good at it. If you choose to go out into the world and, you know, like I told him, sleep around with anything you choose, whatever you see. I said, first of all, first and foremost, make your health a priority. Check in with your doctor, you know, more often than not every month, because you don't want to wrap it up, right? He don't want to wrap it up. He just want to be out there. I don't want to wear a condom. Okay. Well, put your doctor on notice. Go see your doctor. Let him know. Talk about it. Let the doctor know you refuse to wear a condom. So, and the doctor, he'll tell you how often you need to see him. 2, choose the type of woman that you're going to be attracted to. Don't sleep with anything you see. Have some type of control. If you're going to play the game, play your game. Be good at it. What are the rules to your game? What is your end game? What is the point? Are you open to marriage again? Or do you just want to keep playing the field? Because if so, you need boundaries and you need rules. I'm being real. I'm being honest. This is what I said to him. Since you don't want to be good, at least be good at it. If you're not gonna be the best at the top, be the best at the bottom. It makes a lot of sense to me. You know, and he's like, I don't know what I want to do. I know that. But right now, you don't seem to be strong enough to be good. You don't even desire it. You just want to, you know, um, you want to do what is pleasing to the flesh. And I understand that. And I know, some people, they're going to see this video and they're going to think, why are you helping him to go sin? Or why are you pushing him into sin? I'm not pushing him into the sin. I see the choice that he's making, and I'm helping him to focus on protecting himself, for one. And two, I'm giving him the patience that he needs, the understanding that he needs, because I understand how the Father was with me. Because when you come out of what you think you want to do, which is go out, drink, party, and sleep around with that, he's gonna realize that those things, they're not helping him cope. And then he's gonna make a decision to be good. He just thinks that he needs to go out into that little sand play box, play around. But he's a grown man. The Bible says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. So he's going to see that that's not even your scene anymore. That's the pain talking. You think you want to go out into the world and do all these things and operate like you have no control, but that's really not what you want to do. But I'm giving him the patience. I'm giving him the time and the understanding to see that, so that when he makes that decision to actually be good, it won't be a back and forth tussle with, do I really want to do this or no? Go ahead, go out there and make the decision to play, and go ahead and do what you think you want to do. Because that's really not what you want to do. It's not what you need. So I'm sharing this word with somebody because people need understanding. People need patience. People need time. They need to see that they're not the only ones, going through a hardship. And they need to feel that they're not the only ones that understand what they're feeling, what they're going through. People don't need judgment. They don't need to be told what to do. Meet them where they are. You be real with them, be honest. You got two choices. You can either be good or you can be good at it. But whatever you do, do not lose control. Do not get lost. Because if you're going to be good, there's rules. If you're going to be good at it, make your own rules. In those rules, implicate your worth and your value so that you can be the best at what you choose to do. Because the only thing that's mediocre is doing nothing, feeling nothing, saying nothing. So be good or be good at it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for understanding. It may get some judgment. Everything gets judgment, but just think about, the type of patience that the Father gives. Just think about that. before you made the decision to be good, think about the way the Father protected you when you were in your sin, when the patience that he gave you, the understanding that he gave you, the way he waited for you to get tired of all of that, so that when you made the decision to be good, you're committed. There is no, back and forth. I was in that life of sin. God gave me the patience and protection. He saw what I was doing and how I was doing it, and it wasn't right. But God gave me the patience. He gave me the understanding. So why wouldn't I extend that to the next person? Why would I, flood their ears full of judgment? That's not the right thing. You shouldn't be. No. They have valid feelings. They're going through valid circumstances. So they need understanding. They need patience. They need that. They need hope. They need to, they need someone who can tell a story that's been in both worlds. That's why I tell you guys, share the testimony. Share it. It's hope for somebody. It's going to help somebody. Don't sit on it. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be ashamed. We're all human. If God can see you, don't dare hide yourself from another person. For what? As the kids, for why? Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Lie about how you live. Lie about who you are. For what? What is the purpose in that? Life is not about you. Life is about people. So whatever I go through, whatever I do, whatever happens to me, whatever God saves me from, whatever I make it out of, I'm going to share it, because it's not just happening to me. I'm not going to sit in a corner and cry a river. Woe, it's me. Why did this happen? Why did you let this happen? It's life. Live it, survive it, share it. There's a testimony in it. It could be the very circumstance that somebody else is trying to find a way out, and they need your story. They need the blueprint. They need the pathway. They need the GPS. They need the help. So share it. Man, I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. I hope this video helps somebody. Be courageous. Come out of fear. There's nothing to fear. Be courageous. Okay? Yeah, thank you for watching. I pray you guys are blessed. I pray you guys are well. I pray you guys can understand this word. You can receive it, apply it, share it for whoever may need it. If you feel led by the Holy Spirit, leave a comment, like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And, go out into the world and make a difference. Be that difference that you want to see. All right? So until the next video, I will see you all real soon. Take care.